Hello and welcome to PBM Investments Podcast. Today we're going to go through a few of the news of this week and also talk to you about the progress that's been going on for the demo account that I set up about a month and a half ago. So let's get it going. Firstly, British Land. British Land has actually bought up a lot more retail parks and warehouses over the course of the last quarter. New strategy now from the new boss, Simon Carter. Now, basically what he's looking to do is invest more in urban logistics, out-of-town retail parks, and high-spec London offices as well. So keep an eye out for British Land. Okay. Next, on Wednesday, a seismic event happened. It was the IPO on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange for cryptocurrency Coinbase. It actually raised $75.9 billion. That's how much it's actually now valued at. It's actually one of the most what's the best word of describing it? Popular cryptocurrencies up there alongside Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's actually been seen as one of the most landmark moments in stock market history. If you can remember back, for some of the older people who listen and are watching the channel, back in the day where there was something called Netscape that actually traded back in the early 90s on the same exchange. It was seen as a landmark thing because it's one of the first companies that were from the internet that actually debuted on the stock market. And then that made people realize, who were investors and common people, think to themselves, what's this internet thing all about? What are these internet companies who are doing well? Let's find the next Netscape. And that's basically what a lot of people are thinking might happen with Coinbase. And quite a lot of cryptocurrencies are actually thinking about trading on the stock exchange as well. So keep an eye on for that. And finally, US actual index, PBM index. There's only two companies that have done well in the US yesterday, and they were PPG Industries, that went up 9.75%, and State Street, which went down 6.38%. And now we're going to go to the actual demo account. I'll talk you through what's happened. There's actually been quite a few things that have actually done well, and so a few things that have not done so well. So we'll go into that. Before I do, please, if you like the video, please like it. If you want to see more content, please drop us some comments and subscribe to the channel, whether that be on Instagram or on YouTube and also on Facebook. And also, please tell your friends about it as well if you find that there is value in what we're trying to talk about. And now, let's have a look at the demo account. Hello and welcome. Like I said to you before, we had a few, quite a lively week actually for the last few days. Basically, let's go straight into it. As you can see, I did do a few trades for semiconductor companies, mainly to buy. But as you can see, let's start with Tower Semiconductor. That loss of £5 a point, a loss of 365. We also had another loss of ASE Technology Holding Companies, which was meant to be buy, but that loss. But because of the stop losses, there was losses were, when I say minuscule, they were lower than what they could have been. So let's move on to the second page. As you can see also, there's long interest positions that are continuing as well. Let's move on. So that's two positions closed. Page 2. As you can see, the positions here are still in place, so they charge me interest for that on a daily or 3-day or even sometimes a weekly basis. Now, JustEatTakeaway.com, we set that up, if people remember, in the last few videos a few weeks ago. And that has actually closed out by hitting its limit. It's actually closed a profit of 7,300, and that's at £10 a point. So that's very good as well. Offset some of the losses. And again, if we go all the way down to Advanced Micro Devices Incorporated, again, another semiconductor company that had a quite significant dip, it seems like, last week, and that was a loss. But over the course of the few days, 7 days, it looks to me that overall it was a good week because of the fact that, yes, 3 positions did get closed out, but the one position that did really, really well, which was Just Eat, which recouped the losses and also a significant profit during the week. So that was good. And let's have a look at the positions that remain. Hello, and here's the actual list that we have now. So we got 14 positions available still. Now they are most of them are in profit, except one, which is 4 Imprint Group, which is the longer term positions. So some of these positions are going to be going on for a year, and that is one of them. And that's at a loss of £245. Now, some of the other ones from Morrison's, Pennon Group, Weir Group, and Renshaw. If you remember from the last video, we're keeping all of these for a quarter, and all 4 of those are doing quite well. Then we're moving on from Johnson & Johnson all the way down to McFarlane Group. Johnson & Johnson and Admiral Group, apologies, all have positions that are opened up, but I put stop losses on them because and limits, because they're very much ones that I've seen good rates on or good positions open up. And if you have a look in the other videos as well, you'll be able to see the reasons why I actually open up these positions. But getting back to it, both positions are doing quite well. And from Bunzl all the way down to McFarlane, they are also yearly positions. So again, they'll close out over the course of the year. And the other one, Royal Mail, was down, but now it's back up only slightly, profit of £34. And that's basically it on the positions. Now, we'll be going through a few of the watch lists just to see if there's anything new that I can trade on. Hello, and here we are again. So I went through my list of watch list of possible companies that would be good to get involved with. And I just saw Just Eat Takeaway again. And I figured this will be a nice one to possibly short this time. Because if you heard in the earlier video that we closed at a profit of around £7,000, with this one, there's actually a double bottom formation forming, which could be seen as a reversal. Especially on Friday, there was a big down candle. So each candle's a day, and it's around about the resistance line that you're seeing here before. So it cracked open above it and then it dipped back down. So because of that, and also Deliveroo and Uber Eats, I believe, section of the delivery app or food app companies have said that because of the release of lockdown and the opening up of pubs and restaurants, that they're expecting a reduction in orders and revenue for the next quarter. So with this in mind, and with the patterns that I'm seeing, I'm thinking this is a good way to just test this out and see if we can short it on the way back down, which is exactly what you can do. So let's open it up. So we do an order to open. We put the stop loss just above it, around about the 8:15 mark, maybe. I'll put the zoom in just to see. So that's a big candle that went down. So let's call it 8100. So from it, let's call it 231. So the stop is 231. And like I say, as I've said to you before on previous episodes, put a stop loss on unless you're looking to do something for a certain time limit, like a quarter or a year. And then we put the target at the next juncture, what you think it's going to go down to, which is probably what I'm seeing is around here, which is 7406. So the limit is what, 463 points away, 463 points away, let's call it. And the price level is obviously slightly down. Put it to sell. See, it calculates everything for you and what ratio it is as well. So there's a significant profit at £10 a point. Well, let's make it £5 a point. £5 a point. Let's place that position. Oh, it's too close to the market, so let's go down a tad bit. Make that position again, and as you can see, order's been placed. And as simple as that. And I'll be going through all of these orders, so all of these watch lists. So we're on Just Eat. We'll have a look at Direct Line on London Stock Exchange, and add any new positions for next week. And that's basically it. I'll come back to you next week with the progression of the fund, news that you should be being aware of as well. Again, if you like the video, please issue a like, subscribe to the channel so you get up-to-date knowledge about what we're looking into, why we're looking into it, and the latest videos as and when they arrive. But until then, take care, have a good weekend, and stay safe. Bye.